high-ranking policy positions that are held by people who are threatened by Bitcoin because they know they can't control it. They know it's decentralized. They know its potential. And these are people that are so wedded to the government being in control of the money, how it's spent, how it's used, that they find it threatening, that something exists that they can't control. And so with that policy overarching motivation, we're seeing things like a proposed 30% tax on Bitcoin mining. We're seeing things like that truly odd regulatory overreach by the EIA, Energy Information Administration over at Energy, to send out questionnaires about mining consumption of energy that was just egregious. And so these are the policy headwinds that the Bitcoin world is facing right now. And it's really, I think, entirely based on this administration's fear of things they can't control.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets. Now,
it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
very much a traditionalist. I like staying with the dollar. You know that from when I was there. It's make the dollar the choice. I hate when countries go off the dollar. I would not allow countries to go off the dollar, because when we lose that standard, that will be like losing a revolutionary war. That will be a hit to our country, just like losing a war. And we can't let that happen. And too many countries now are fighting to get off the dollar. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction. So therefore, they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, we know the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we had Bitcoin and crypto make a strong move up. Right now, as I'm doing this video, we're pulling back. But if we look at CME, Bitcoin open interest is steady and volume is steady. So guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are pulling back slightly, but guys, still climbing. We have PPI numbers come out. Still hot. Of course, the narrative is lower than expected, but it's still hot. Remember, they're taking out food and energy. Of course, it's going to drop. We have the dollar slightly down, but of course, climbed from the lows. We have volume in crypto slightly up. We have Tether and USDC. And we have the CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald says that stable coins could boost demand for U.S. Treasuries. And we know that is a fact. Right now, our current financial system is not real. Just imagine once it gets tokenized, nothing will be real. And we're already seeing billions and billions of U.S. Treasuries being tokenized. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now we have the Fed repo at $445 billion yesterday. Guys, make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis. Now, we know on this channel, the Crypto Teacher gives you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. And hopefully everyone who comes and listens to this channel can see the Bitcoin strategy that was going to replace the banks was all a master plan by the central banks. The perfect Hegelian dialectic, us versus them. But the whole time, we see the central banks funding crypto. We've seen the big banks and big corporations funding crypto from the beginning. And now the Bitcoin whales, MicroStrategy, BlackRock, and Fidelity. You can't make this stuff up. But remember, guys, the plan is the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And everything in this real world is going to be tokenized so it can then be put in the virtual world. And then, of course, the people will be happy to sit at home getting free money. But little do they know that money is going to tell them what, when, when, and how to buy. And they have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. And all these clouds, all this data is going to Swift, giving them the all-seeing eye. So therefore, they can know you better than you know yourself. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about the spot Bitcoin ETFs. We have BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale all up. Now, we have the CEO of Venix says 90% of Bitcoin ETF inflows are still retail. And we know that is definitely not correct. But guys, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Coinbase pushes for UK crypto adoption with Apple Pay integration. And we know Brian Armstrong stated that he was helping build the new digital economy and gave us steps on how it would happen, and we're seeing all of it come true. And we know Andreessen, my guy, has his hands all over it. Now we have Bitfinex Securities introduces El Salvador's first tokenized debt to fund new Hilton hotel. And I've done plenty of videos on tokenizing debt and then also tokenizing real estate. It will definitely change everything that we do. But remember, you own nothing, but you will be happy. Now we have South Africa starts issuing crypto licenses, and we have Luno and Zignally among the first recipients, and South Africa plans to authorize 60 by the end of April. And remember, guys, I don't care what country you go to, they all have a plan for this new digital economy. And then we have Kraken set to delist privacy coin Monero in Ireland and Belgium. And guys, make sure you watch the video I did this morning, because we know digital ID, KYC for everything, and they don't want you to have any privacy in the name of national security. But we know everything that they do is going to be on a private blockchain. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you, privacy is definitely going to be the new gold in the fourth industrial revolution. And that's the reason why it's so important for you to understand the technology. And lastly, guys, we have the SEC issues well notice to DeFi protocol Uniswap. And guys, the movie continues. And again, make sure you watch the video I did this morning, because crypto is back being the enemy. Remember, once this halving is over, we're going to turn back to the enemy, because they have to get rid of these small and medium-sized banks. And we know that's going to trickle over to the small and medium-sized businesses. We know inflation is crushing not only small business, but the consumer. And remember, all this is done on purpose because we're in a fragmented world. They have to break up everything in order for the fourth industrial revolution to rise, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.